Hello and welcome to the Ariely Knits YouTube channel. My name is Riley and today I'm going to be showing you how to cable without a cable needle. Now these 4 stitches is where my next cable is going to be at. See these 4 stitches, and it's going to be a left leaning cable where it's purled on one side, so an LP 2/2 LPC. So normally with this stitch you would put take the first 2 stitches in the cable and hold them to the front with a cable needle, purl the next 2 stitches, and then knit 2 off of the cable needle. Right? Okay, so instead of doing that, if it's a cable where you need to hold the stitches, the first 2 stitches in the front with a cable needle, you'll put your yarn in the back and you'll slip those next 2 stitches purlwise. Then you'll purl the next 2 stitches. Okay, now we need to cable it. So to do that, we have to take all 4 of the stitches of the cable off of our needles, put the 2 stitches that we slipped originally onto our left needle, and then bring those 2 stitches we just purled onto our right needle. So now those stitches have crossed in front. Now from here, we just knit. With this one, it's a 2x2 RPC cable. So that means that the first 2 stitches we would normally hold to the back with our cable needle. So since we would normally hold them to the back, we're going to bring our yarn to the front, slip them purlwise, and then knit the next 2 stitches. And now what we're going to do is you can drop all 4 at the same time, or you can bring your needle to the back to retrieve those stitches you held to the back. So I hold my needle to the back, stick my left hand needle into the 2 stitches that I want moved to it, take the right needle out, and then hurry and catch those stitches that are supposed to be on the right needle. And then I purl the next 2 stitches. So right here, what we're going to do is it's a 3-stitch cable, and this cable is a 1/2 left leaning cable. So left leaning cables, you always hold the first stitches to the front because that way they'll lean left with a cable needle. So we'll just keep our yarn at the back, or move our yarn to the back, slip the next stitch purlwise, and then we will purl. Whoops, I need to bring my yarn to the front when I purl. We will purl the next 2 stitches. Now we'll move our yarn back to the back, and now with our left hand needle, we will grab the stitch that we slipped without knitting, slip all the stitches up to that point off of the right hand needle, then grab these stitches in the back with our right needle that we just purled, and then we'll just knit that stitch. And we've done a 3-stitch cable leaning to the left. So basic takeaways from this technique that I like to remember to help me remember it. So what I think of is, if I would normally hold those needles to the front on a cable needle, then that means I slip those stitches that would normally be on the cable needle onto my right needle purlwise with the yarn in the back. If I would normally hold those stitches in the back, I slip those purlwise with the yarn held to the front. This is a interesting technique that's actually very simple. It just is a little bit it's a little bit hard when you're just first starting and looking at it. It might seem a little bit overwhelming, but I hope this video helps at least a little bit. I will link down below to a pattern that I learned how to do this technique off of. It's a free pattern, and it has the written instructions on how to do this, and I found it very helpful when I was learning this technique. I did not enjoy knitting cables at all until I learned this technique. Ever since I learned how to cable without a cable needle. I have absolutely loved knitting cables. It's my favorite thing to knit. I just really want to share this knowledge and help people learn. So yeah, anyways, have a wonderful day. Now go out there and craft your world.